Hi, and welcome to another Lemonade series. I am Jaquetta, and I'm here with Lynne Forrest, creator of the Reality Formula. Lynne, I would like to talk with you today about success. Can we be successful? Can we see ourselves successful even if we don't necessarily have $1 million in the bank account, and maybe we're not married with 2 children, and high aspirations? What is success? What do you think about that?
I love that question, and it's such an important one, really, truly, because the world has a standard of success that so many of us bust our butt trying to achieve a level of success. It has to do with the how much money you have in the bank and how esteemed you are or well known you are in your field. And not that there's anything wrong with any of that. These are these accoutrements to a wonderful life are exactly that. They're accoutrements, but they don't determine our success. Our success is based more on, really, in my opinion, for me, a successful life is about how closely am I able to live the universal principles of life, be in alignment with life in a way that engages me in a co-creative relationship with the universe. For me, success has meant living close to the cuff, living close to the ground, meaning simple life, simple life. And I say that, and at the same meaning, I don't have a lot of material things to point to and say, and especially now I've been through sort of a thinning out, downsizing era in my own life where I had the mountaintop experience, where I had all the dreams of material things that I pretty much had visualized. I'm trying to think if there's anything I didn't realize there. And then now there's been this whole sort of coming down the other side, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, and learning how to be comfortable with that and learning how to not mark that up as failure. Because that's the temptation when the ego mind gets involved, when that victim wants to get in and say, well, somehow I did it wrong, I lost it, I didn't do it right. And instead and this is the lemonade part of these lemons, when we feel like we're in the trenches and we're struggling and thinking we should be somewhere else, and all the time what we're doing in reality is being shown where it is we're wobbling in our own belief system. When I'm believing thoughts like I'm a failure, that I didn't do it right, when in fact what I did very consciously was, although not knowing how it would play out, but very consciously saying, I want to be totally dependent on source. I want to really know that the principles I share in my life with others, I want to be living it on the ground. I want to be in this very intimate, close conversation with the universe. And I don't want to put so much buffer between me and that I mistake my comfort with the accoutrements and not with the source. To me, that is what a successful life looks like.
That's very cool. I think everybody's version of success is different depending on what their personal goals are. And I think lining up your personal goals and noticing that they may not be exactly the same as the worldly goals that the rest of the world views that you need to have. If you don't agree, and if you think, well, what I really want is to be free to do what I want to do, to pursue my hobby, to pursue my interests, to pursue my passion, even if that means not having a lot of money, even if that means traveling a lot, even if that means not traveling at all, whatever that means for you, I think that can be your success story. Because that's way I struggled for a long time with comparing myself to what I thought I should be doing versus what I really wanted to do, and having that, pursuing that success and while being very unhappy, and then deciding I'm just going to be happy, and then felt really successful because, and decided I don't really need that other kind of success. This is good.
And what I love about that is when you talk about I just want the decision. I want to be happy. What an empowering, powerful statement, because there's some things inferred in that. One is that there's a sort of a assumption there that you're the one that makes you happy, that determines that. It's not up to the rest of the world whether or not you're happy. It's not up to whether or not you have all of those things. That's not what determines your happiness or either. It is the simple decision, I choose to be happy. And then it's sort of like, well, how do you do that? How can you be happy when circumstances aren't your idea, based on some, maybe even based on some vision handed you about the way you should be living in order to be successful? How can you be happy with where you are right here and now on the path? And for me, it comes through understanding. And that's, again, where the guiding principles come in. The guiding principle that, first of all, hands us this understanding. We are vibrational entities. Thoughts are electromagnetic, and when we think them, we feel the feelings that go with them, and we transmit that, and that attracts to it that which will mirror what we're believing so that we can see it. That is successful, regardless of what it brings us. It may not be a comfortable thing. It might even be a trial or a challenging thing. Nonetheless, it's a reflection of a wobble in my relationship with me, perhaps, and I'm getting a chance to see it out here so that I can find it in my own frame of reference and reframe it in a way that says, this is why this came to me. This is for me. This is an opportunity for me to refine, to allow more, to open more. My life of success is one of opening. And I think that when we begin to see success through the eyes of accepting ourselves where we are, right where we are, regardless of whether or not it matches the rest of the world's ideas, then we truly experience, we are happy. It's the natural result. We are at peace with, because we are in acceptance of our path being the necessary journey that we came to take.